Yep. Hi, my name is Josh Rossiter and I'm doing the Netzer weekly update for this week. So the week commenced, following on from the last weekly update, on Thursday with our usual 105 classes in the morning. And after that, instead of the usual Steve Israel epic 5-hour marathon where we were ensconced in our chairs, enthralled by his 5-hour passionate recital of the conflict, presenting us with a very balanced account, of course. Instead, we went with his protege, a man named Jamie, who was also an ex-graduate of Machon. And he took us on a very interesting tour to see the remains of a Palestinian village that was evacuated in 1948, which was truly fascinating. We also then, on the way back up through the Judean hills, on the way to the central bus station, we alighted upon this incredible pool that had been turned into a mikveh by a group of people on the Haredi spectrum, and they found it very amusing that we happened to enjoy their music, and some of the girls went over and danced near them. They found this most amusing. Of course, this was greeted with stern looks of disapprobation from some more Haredi men who were standing waiting for us to leave on the other side of the pool. After that, it was the weekend, so we parted our ways and people went about their own business. And then the week resumed. Well, we reconvened on Sunday morning for we kind of spiced things up. Instead of having the usual leadership classes in the morning, we had the Mifgash Shavur, which is the sort of talk with our principal Olami, just about how the week's going to go, blah blah blah, lots of plans about that. Then I had a very exciting, well, I'm going to speak for myself, I had a very exciting Hebrew lesson where I learned lots of useful vocabulary about how to cook, how to stew, how to stir and stuff like that. And then I had to present my own recipe about Doug Marocaid, Moroccan fish. That was very interesting. So that was Sunday. Monday, we had another Hebrew lesson, which is obviously it's very good. I think we should practice our Hebrew a lot. And then on Monday, Netzer split off and we had a lovely session with Orit, our lovely educator, and we did a marmad with her. It was really nice, and she was we kind of talked about it was interesting to see how different people structure their marmads, and that was really interesting. And then on Tuesday, Yom Yisrael, and Simon took us for a fabulous tour of Yad Vashem. Well, he organised it, he didn't actually do anything in there. And we had this phenomenal man called Herschel, who was from Hendon, and he was actually a scholar of Arabic, lived in Saudi Arabia, spoke fluent German, fluent Portuguese, fluent Hebrew. Very interesting man, and he was his parents were survivors of the Shoah, and he gave us a thrilling account. And it wasn't just a sort of monotonous, standard tour of Yad Vashem, all the conventional stuff. Like, we obviously went through and we beheld all these horrors that the Jews had to endure, but we also we talked about leadership, and there was an interesting discussion that he raised that we studied this one case study of a German officer, and he went about his job he had to kill Jews. And when he was tried at Nuremberg trials, he said, I've worked for the Weimar Republic, I worked for other governments, and then I worked for the Third Reich. I was just doing my job. Does that really make him a killer? And that's prompted quite an interesting discussion. I mean, some people were like, well, of course he's a murderer, he could have done better. Some people were saying, well, he was just doing their job. And I mean, I believe he still wasn't a complete murderer, but it was a very interesting discussion, the way Herschel phrased it. And then yesterday, we split off into our, sorry about all that commotion and tumult in the background. And then today we were with our movement day, so we were with our amazing Rodrigo, and we kicked off with a marmad. Tom Tigrin Curry, fantastic on the guitar as always, really led us well. And then Rodrigo led us in a very interesting activity about talking about the different ways that we talk about Israel from an educational perspective in terms of a two-state solution, about Palestinian land, and then there's the Israel advocacy, groups like Stand With Us that only present a one-side narrative, and that was very interesting to discuss. And we talked about very difficult issues like should Jerusalem be split, and we looked at very cogent arguments in favour, very cogent arguments against it, very interesting stuff like that. And then we went and met the revered leader of the Women of the Wall, Anat Hoffman. It was a very nice Q&A with her. Remarkable one, really fantastic for everyone. And we got a photo with her afterwards, and really trying to inspire us to promote change and get Reform rabbis to be recognised by Israel. If we could just garner 300,000 signatures, she claims that Bibi will have to recognise them if 300,000 Jews across the diaspora sign this, demanding that their rabbis are recognised. And then after that, Rodrigo took us out for a nice pre-Pesach treat, a nice chametzi pizza. Bought us that, and then we said Chag Sameach to Rodrigo, and we returned back to Kiryat Moriah. And that's the week in summary. Thank you.